Welcome at the ETOE channel. It's time for another spray paint Q&A and I answer 10 of your most important questions. So let's do it fast. I prepared some things for you I like to show you. And the first question comes from Charlotte Kelly. And Charlotte asked, "Hi, I am painting some bike helmets. I have bought the Montana spray paints, polystyrene primer and 2K clear coat you use, but just wondering what materials and bike helmets I need to watch out for. I'm not sure what materials will be destroyed by what. Any help on this would be great." And that's a very difficult question, Charlotte, and it cannot be answered in one sentence. It would blow this video because there are so much things you have to watch out for. There are a lot of different chemicals and materials used in these helmets, and what you have to watch out for are the plasticizers in these plastic shells, if your helmet has a plastic shell. And yeah, I cannot give you a general go for any of these helmets. You have to ask the producers which chemicals are used and if they are suitable for your painting system you use. But I can give you a general tip. The Montana polystyrene primer is made for these polystyrene surfaces, so that's a good way to go. That's what you did is right. And if you have this primer on, you can use, of course, the Montana Gold on top and a clear coat like the varnish, or if you want to go pro, a 2K clear coat. But it's not a general go for every helmet out there. You have to inform yourself. You have to ask the producers of the helmet. And if you can't reach the producers, buy 2 helmets, test it on one. And if it works well, paint the helmet you like to wear. And if you want to go this way, find all the material underneath the video in the description. And if you want to know how to paint this helmet, check my painting video on the corner and you can see how I painted this monster helmet if you want to do it yourself, or if you want to paint any other graphic on your helmet. It's mainly the same. Next question. Oh, 2 questions with the same topic. Rango Tango and Frost asked, "Hi Martin, thanks for your videos. Thanks for watching my videos. With a steel frame, how do you make sure all rust is removed from braced on top of the cable guides? Also, how do you make sure you have good primer and paint coverage on the inside of these areas? Thanks again." Frost asked mainly the same. "I'm working on an old steel bike but struggling to remove old dark paint around the deluxe. Have you any tips for sanding, removing paint in tight spaces?" And I have a very simple answer for you. The best way is media blasting. But never use sand as a blasting media because it can harm your health and it can harm your frames, of course. So if you have a media blasting company which tells you they use sand, leave the shop immediately. That's not the way you should go. And if you need more information about media blasting, check my media blasting video in the corner. I did it on a carbon frame, but it's mainly the same for aluminum frames. I give you a lot of information in this video. And yeah, if you don't have the chance to do it with media blasting, you can use also paint stripper, but don't buy these cheap things on eBay or Amazon. These strippers won't work well. Find a stripping company. I have a stripping company nearby and they can hang the frames in a stripping box. It's very effective and fast and it removes the color immediately. So that's the way I would go. I would give it a stripping company, or I would do media blasting in-house. And that's the best way to remove all the colors, also inside these little lugs and cable guides and things like these. And if you need a good paint coverage, use a small spray gun with a needle nozzle combination of 0.6 or 0.8. That's the way I go. You can find a lot of videos I did this way. And yeah, there's your answer. Next question. For Andy McFlap asked, "Hi Martin, thanks for the useful tips. They will come in very handy when I start my first DIY project." Yeah, thanks again for watching my video. I appreciate that very much. "My road bike has an aluminum frame and carbon forks. Will I need to use different paint or primer, or can I use the same for both?" Yes, also very simple to answer. You can use the same primer for both of these materials if it's the right primer. And yeah, not every primer works well on aluminum or carbon, so make sure you have the right one. And to make it easy for you, I will link you some underneath the video in the description. I use 1 primer for these combinations, for these material combinations. I don't use 2 primers. And yeah, you can do it as well if you have the right primer. That's my answer. Next question. Cesar Fabian Tijada asked, "Hi Martin, great job, love your videos. I love that you watch my videos. Thanks for that. How can I paint a bike like the Specialized ETOE The purple one, if you look close to the pictures on Google, you will see that it has a very unique shifting color, which is purple and rusty orange, and the paint is kind of transparent because you can see still the carbon layers under the paint. And that's also very simple to answer. You can use hypershift pigments or hypershift colors. I use them as well. You can find also a video in the corner, and I have some here. These are the pigments, these are the colors, and if you look close you can see that they are semi-transparent. You can still see through the cup, and yeah, the effect is also visible on dark black areas. So if you use it direct on carbon, use a primer of course first. You can see the carbon structure through these shifting colors, and yeah, I will link you also some underneath the video in the video description if you want to buy them yourself. And that's the way you have to go if you like to achieve this effect. Next question. Mats Nautos asked, Martin, thanks for the inspiring videos. Thanks again for watching my videos. Can you sandblast an aluminum frame, or do you suggest hand sanding with 600 grit, 800 grit sandpaper until paint is dull in color? The media blast business near me only uses sand as media. Thanks. Yeah, and I answered this before. Never use sand as a blasting media. It can destroy the aluminum frame, and if your blasting company tells you they use sand, use the shop immediately. Never use sand as a blasting media. Check my blasting video in the corner. You can find all the information you need. You need a blasting media which is softer than the aluminum, so it can't destroy the surface of the aluminum. I did also a video where I blasted an aluminum frame, the Fito D11. That's an aluminum frame, and you can see how I blasted it. Find it in the corner, check this. That's the way I go. And if you don't have the chance for media blasting, yeah, use paint stripping, a paint stripping company, or sand it by hand with 600, 800 grit, and a wet sanding bucket like my Sandra. Here it is, you know her from a lot of my videos. And I will link you also some sandpaper if you like to do it. That's the way to go. Never use sand as a blasting media. Windfinder asked, no clear coat on carbon parts. Yes, that's right. Never use clear coat direct on carbon parts. That's not the professional way to go. You need a clear primer underneath. Check this frame. There's a lot of graphics on this frame, but you can see still the carbon through all these graphics. And I used a transparent primer on the frame. Then I sprayed the graphics and the clear coat on top. And that's the way to go if you like it professional. But sadly there's no primer online available, so you have to find the local paint supply stores. You have to ask them for the right material. I can't link you some because I can't find the link. And yeah, I recommend the primer. I know a lot of you do clear coat direct on carbon parts, but that's not a professional way and it will not last long, and that's not what I recommend. So next question. Daftrelai asked, hi Martin, great videos, very enjoyable. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate and enjoy that you watch my videos. My question is, how do you remove decals from a bike frame? And Lenny already asked this question. If it's under clear coat, then you will have to sand the frame. And that's right, 99% of all the decals are under clear coat. They are screen printed and transferred to these frames with a transfer. So all the decals are under a layer of clear coat. You have to remove the clear coat first, and then you can sand off all these decals. You can find also a link in the video right here in the upper right corner where I sanded the frame. I removed also the decals. That's the way to go if you like to remove them, and that's what I recommend. Check the video, use some sandpaper. You can find it underneath the video in the description. I recommend 800 grit, maybe 1200 grit, depends on your frame and the clear coat layer which is on the frame. Next question. Nika asked, can you put putty to smooth the welding spots on your bike? Make some tutorial about it, please. Yes, of course you can use putty, but you have to use a special putty, an aluminum putty like this. That's aluminum putty, so let's have a look inside. It contains a hardener and the putty itself. You have to mix these components in a ratio 1 to 99 or something like that. I'm not really sure, I have to check the data sheet. But let's check the putty, because there's already aluminum inside the putty. You can see it here, it's gray. There's a lot of aluminum material inside this putty, so that's the right material. It gets very hard, and if you want to see me how I do it, I restored the bike frame. I had a dent on the top tube and I filled it with this putty. Find the link in the upper right corner if you want to see me doing this. And yeah, it's very simple. It's the same for all the welding areas. I guess you have an aluminum frame. That's good for steel frames, for aluminum frames. That's the right material. And yeah, I'll link it also underneath the video in the video description. Next question. Samuel Garcia asked, nicely done, you have inspired me to paint my old road bike aluminum frame. Yeah, thanks again for watching my videos. That's good. If I can inspire you, that's what I appreciate a lot. And one question, what's the best way to paint decals logos on the bike? And Samuel, I can't give you a general answer. There are a lot of ways to do that, and I do it in a lot of difficult, or not difficult, different ways. That's the right way. And if you want to see me doing it, check a video on the corner. Some days ago I did a frame with a shark mouth, and that's the negative way. I painted all the graphics first, then I masked the graphics and I painted the base color. On this frame I did it the positive way. That means I apply a stencil, I spray the color, I remove the stencil, apply another stencil, I spray color again and again and again and again, hundreds of times, and that's the result. So I cannot give you a general tip how to do that. It depends on the colors you use, on the graphics you like to apply. So find the way which fits best for you, for your graphics, and which you like best. And yeah, if you need some tips, check all these videos. Check also the helmet painting videos. I did this with spray cans if you want to use spray cans. That's my answer. Next question. And the last question comes from Cesar Perino. And Cesar asked, hi Martin, love your channel. I love that you watch my videos, thanks for that. And can you recommend any high gloss blues? I'm painting my carbon fiber road bike in honor of the World Cup coming soon. And that's also very simple to ask. You don't have to worry about the color, if it's gloss or matte. The pro way to go is a primer, the base color, and the clear coat on top. 3 steps. So use a primer and then buy the base coat you like the Montana Gold, blue, or whatever color you like, and put a clear coat on top, like maybe the Montana varnish. It's also available in matte or gloss. Or if you want to go the pro way, use a 2-component system. It's also available in matte like this, and gloss. That's also a matte one, but I will link you also the gloss version underneath the video. So that's my answer for you. Use the clear coat to give it a matte or gloss finish, not the base color. And yeah, these are the 10 answers I have to give you. And if you have an answer, leave it, not an answer, if you have an answer, you can leave it, of course, also in the video description. But if you have a question, leave it underneath the video in the comment section, and I will pick 10 of them in June and I will answer them again. And yeah, if you have an answer, you can comment also underneath. I appreciate that. Thanks for watching. Enjoy yourself, your projects. And have fun painting your bikes. Have a nice day and see you in one of my painting videos. Check all the other videos I'll link to you to find some more answers. And yeah, see you in one of my next painting projects. Goodbye.